Hello and welcome to today's video. Today, I have to make an admission. I'm changing my planner for 2025. I'd intended to use this beautiful Hobonichi Cousin as my daily planner. And I'm still going to be using this primarily as like an ink journal and things like that. It's a great way to explore inks. This beautiful paper, handles ink well, lots of great features here that allow me to enjoy my inks and show them off. So that's still going to be used. But I just cannot imagine a world where I'm not using this beautiful product. This is the Paper Republic planner. This is a Grand Voyager. And I have had this for a couple of years and I think it's absolutely amazing. But I've got the planner here for 2025. And so what I thought I'd do is I'll quickly show you that and show you how I'm going to use this system for 2025. So as you can see, this is a lovely leather cover. It's similar to things like, you know, the Traveler's Notebook and those kinds of systems, the elastic around it, and then elastics that hold notebooks in. But Paper Republic make amazing notebooks and their planner is beautiful. So what I have here is I have the 2025 planner and I have the dotted paper notebook refill and a little cardboard sleeve here for papers and things like that that I think is brilliant. But this is going to be my daily driver. A couple of things I've noticed over the last couple of years is that I'm leaning more and more towards doing most of my longer term planning digitally because things have to move and change as I go. So as I'm planning rehearsals, as I'm planning to-do lists, all that kind of thing, it's really easy for me to use things like Google Calendars or iCal to plan, you know, when rehearsals are and all that kind of stuff. And for to-do lists, I've been using the app To-Do, T-E-U-X, D-E-U-X, which I'm planning on making a little video about later in the year. I've been using that now for over a year, and as I've sort of really developed how I use it, it's taken the place of a lot of my need to have a daily planner. Because what I was doing, saying like the Hobonichi in previous years, was if I went, on the 27th of June, I need to pay this bill, I would write it in on that day. But what I'm finding with things like To-Do is I can do that. I can put that on the 27th of June. And then when the 27th of June comes up, it's there. I can set reminders, all those kinds of things. Like, it's kind of nice. And also things like tasks roll over. So if on my to-do list today, for instance, if I don't finish something, it will naturally roll over to tomorrow. I can also set up, you know, sort of longer term planning lists or project lists in that, and things can be switched around. They can be moved. They can be prioritized in different ways. It's a really handy app and it completely syncs easily between desktop and my devices. So I can, if I'm on the go and someone says to me, can you send me this particular PDF? I can quickly jot myself down a note on my phone, and then when I sit down at my computer to do my work, it's there on the list on my screen. So having the need for a daily to-do list has changed. I often still like to have a physical daily to-do list, and I carry the Traveler's Notebook passport size in my pocket, and I can easily make a daily to-do list in that. But that's rare. That's only on days where I don't have access to my phone, because everything else sits on my phone. In fact, I've got a widget on the home screen of my phone for to-do. So I'm able to see exactly the next first 4 or 5 tasks on that list without even having to go into the app. It's really handy. But this Paper Republic planner has taken me by surprise. Now, I used this for a little while in 2024 and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. But I was working through a lot of planners that year, you know, reviewing them and all that kind of thing. But in 2025, I actually am going to use this as my main diary. So let's have a quick look at exactly sort of what is in this. So you get, like, you know, the calendar across a couple of pages, which is great. And then you're straight in. It's minimalist, it's simple, it's clean. This basic setup is down one side, you have your week. So Monday through Friday, each with their own section. Saturday, Sunday, sharing section. Now, personally, my preference is to have each day having its own separate section, but when you start doing that, you start making them quite small, and I can kind of understand this. But to be honest, because I do most of my planning on iCal, this is just me setting this up at the beginning of the week, so I can write the shifts I'm working, when rehearsals are, all that kind of stuff, and it just keeps it nice and clean. It's simple. and I can, write that in. And the great advantage of this is having this note page down the other side. So if, let's say, I've got a rehearsal at someone's house in a particular suburb, I can say rehearsal in Paddington, and then I can write the address over on the other side. Or I can use this for like a weekly to-do list. And that's kind of what I'm finding is more useful, because a lot of my projects and tasks aren't necessarily day specific, is I can jot down here, maybe down one half of it, it's got these little markers there that split the page in half, a weekly to-do list. These are things I need to achieve this week. So that at least I've got a written list of them. And then, information about specific things or general note taking, jot down a phone number or a tracking number or something if I need to. So these carry all the way through here. There's no monthly spreads, there's no dailies, there's nothing like that. I don't need that. This is the simple, easy view planning that I need. I need to be able to open a page to a week and go, okay, these are when I've got rehearsals, these are my flights, these are whatever. And then on this side, be able to like see a few things I need to achieve this week, and then get other information that I need. And so that continues all the way through to the end of December. And we get actually through the 4th of January, given the fact that's where the weekends. And then we get the 2026 planner here, across 2 pages as well. These are really useful to block out longer term projects. From about August, September, I start to, my next year starts to fill up. That's when the contracts are sort of like allocated, if you will. So I can go in here and I can go, from the 12th of January through to the 15th of February, I'm in this city doing this contract. And it's great. It's simple, it's clean. The paper is brilliant. It handles fountain pens, it handles, all my rollerballs, all that kind of thing without any issue. It's a nice little bit of tooth on it, so pencils work really, really well. It's great. As I said, then I've got, and that's the planner. That's the 2025 planner, and that's the simplistic beauty of the 2025 planner. They also have one that has, I think, the week across 2 pages, which is also great, but I like having that extra page. As I said, I've got the cardboard sort of lining here to put some papers in and things like that. And then I've got the dotted notebook refill here. And this is just simple dot paper. So this is where I can do some of my like project planning or my, taking notes on things, all of that. And that's easy to replace this notebook here for, the cost of buying it and shipping it, or finding something that fits the same size. I really like the Paper Republic project paper and their products, so I will tend to use those. But yes, it's a great notebook. I can easily in here make, these are the things I need to do in January. These are the things I need to do in February. But to do, honestly, that app takes most of that need away. So this is just to have a notebook on hand that I can, write ideas down in, maybe write a review, write, a few lines of script for a video, that kind of thing. Super handy. And in this beautiful leather cover that ages beautifully and will continue to age beautifully, I think this is going to be a really nice, simple way for me to plan. I still do a lot of long form journaling. I do a lot of letter writing, all that kind of stuff. That's how I mainly use my pens. I don't mainly use my pens for planning. I like to have a paper planner. It helps me process the information in a different way. But in terms of the longer term planning, even my bullet journal in recent years has been getting less and less work. I still do bullet journal. I still keep that sort of on my desk. It's great for projects. It's great for tracking things, like habit tracking in that is amazing. The dailies, if I've got a few days at home and I'm just working at home, my bullet journal takes the brunt of my work, because I will write out a daily to-do list every day that I'm like working from home. If I'm doing a project like when I was moving home, those kinds of things, they all get really easily and constructively and efficiently handled in my bullet journal. My bullet journal is minimalist. You can see videos about how I bullet journal on my channel here. But in terms of daily planning, this is the kind of system that I've sort of been moving towards over the last couple of years. And while I love the Hobonichi, both the cousin and the A6 version, I think a system like this is just a little bit cleaner for me. And it means I get to carry in the space of, there's basically the same real estate in my bag. I get to carry the notebook and the planner. That gives me all the stuff that I need. So I hope you found this video about how I am planning to plan 2025, my revised version, to be interesting and useful. Please like and subscribe, hit the notifications button, all that kind of stuff. A little later in the year, I will do a follow-up to this where I show a little bit of it as how I used it. I'm touring quite a lot. I'm traveling around quite a lot this year for work. So having a good planner that keeps me up to date and keeps me informed of all of that is really great. A big thank you to Paper Republic for supporting my channel over the years. I can guarantee you'll be seeing a lot more of their stuff over the next couple of years as well. I love this brand. I love what they do. I love the style of what they do, and I would love to get my hands on one of the smaller sizes of the Voyager here, and even maybe the larger version. I think they're beautiful. Their paper's great. Check them out if you're not familiar. I'll link to their website down below. Enjoy your planning and have a wonderful 2025, and let me know in the comments what you're using, and if there's anything that I should be looking at. In the meantime, I'll talk to you next time.